Hello everybody, Average Gamer here. Welcome to another episode of Supreme Ruler Ultimate as China. So as you may notice, a couple things here are a little different than the live stream. So in the live stream, well, India, Afghanistan, and pretty much all the Middle East just don't exist. These countries down here are puppeted by, they're not puppet, so we're gonna annex puppet these guys down here and release a couple of the other countries. So that was it was almost going to be a canon episode. By canon I mean I had gotten to the point where things went in a certain way and I was like, you know what, this isn't too bad. Things aren't good, things aren't great, but you know what, nonetheless, I'm just going to let the AI do its thing. And I was tweaking and doing things with the music's really loud. Well, at least in my headset it's really loud. Give me 1 second here. My sound. There we go. Let's move that down a little bit. So at the very end of the whole thing, I forgot to hit save. I accidentally loaded this save right here, and I thought, you know what, it's a good idea because near the end there, I made a lot of mistakes and a lot of goofs and things like that. So on the bright side, it gives us the opportunity to look at what's going on. It gives us the ability to see what we were doing. First things first, I made some changes to the economy that I decided I didn't really like. We were making tons of money, and our GDP was going down a lot though, so I made a lot of mistakes there, which I kind of was hoping I could redo anyways. So that's not so bad. Second one is I kind of wish I didn't get involved with Syria and just let Syria go do its own thing. Instead, I allied myself with them and kind of screwed up there. I got involved in a war in Venezuela and I didn't really want to. So needless to say, shit happened and I really didn't want things to happen, and I couldn't figure out what to do to get myself out of it all. Kind of like how we have the war going on right here. I realized that got sucked into a lot of stuff that was taking my attention away from the goal, which was to basically get the country on a better situated economically. By obviously increasing our GDP, reducing our inflation and things like that. So overall, I've decided we're going to do the first big stages now of increasing our GDP instead of everything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting domestic prices. So with that in mind, all domestic prices are going to go down to 80. Shouldn't affect us overall that much, other than the fact that demand is going to skyrocket for a lot of these things. So we're going to have to be prepared to probably build something. Actually, we're going to go to 100% first. Just 100%. We're going to put everything at 100%. Now, some people don't understand exactly why I'm playing the game the way I am, so I just wanted to kind of explain a little bit better. Basically, we're going to roleplay. We're trying to roleplay because, we have an army that could go and just demolish everybody if we wanted to. We have technology that's 30 years ahead of everybody else. We're not worried about conquering the world. Conquering the world is not really a goal. The primary goal in the game is to have a very strong, stable economy and be the most powerful country, actually, in the world for pretty much everything. So I want to bring you up to 100%. Come on, 98. 100. Coal we don't need. Yeah, don't need. Power, we're going to reduce you down to 100% as well. So everything's just going to have a 100% markup, just for now. Consumer goods, 100%. Got my girlfriend singing in the background, if you can hear her. She's into music. Big time. Big time into music. There we go. Okay. So we're going to unpause. If you also don't know, back from vacation, obviously. Ta-da! We started our other campaign, if you haven't noticed it. Diplomatic offer, you want to buy consumer goods from me? Okay. Oh, that was the other thing I noticed. For the longest time, I wasn't paying attention to prices. So we lost out on a lot of money. early on. There's also a bit of a crash when it comes to rubber. So there's really not much we're going to do with the rubber sales for now. Timber sales are pretty good, but I think I'm going to drop the price a little bit. Oil, we're going to drop the price just a tiny fraction. Coal, yeah, let's drop it again a little bit. So one thing I did notice over the last little while is a steady decline in the prices for everything. So we're kind of running into a situation where, well, we might have an economic shit on our hands here. Power's not that great. Consumer goods, we're way over consumer goods. And industrial goods, we're way over there as well. So, yeah, sadly, we're kind of between a rock and a hard place in relation to some of these goods. We're still in the process of... Actually, I'm going to deploy all of these guys. Sure, we'll sell you those. Oh. Turkey's been eliminated. So if you haven't watched the live stream, basically what happened was Syria, which is right here, basically went, YOLO mode. They took Turkey, Iraq, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Iran. They declared pretty much all the countries down here. And I saw them do a rare thing. They actually got a peace treaty with North Yemen here. I was actually a little shocked at that, actually. I didn't think that would actually... I've never seen the AI ever do a peace treaty, so I was rather impressed, actually. They declared war on India, but never actually went to war with India. They pretty much fought generally around here, but didn't do too much. What I'm probably going to do is sell troops, or sell some used equipment to Syria. And that's about it, actually. It's not a bad idea. Let's see what we have in reserve for aircraft. I'm definitely going to sell you. We have lots of JA-7s and Thunder Chiefs, which we want to get rid of. We don't have a big Air Force, which we're going to have to look at. We got some subs and escort ships and all that stuff. We really don't want to get rid of those. But, I mean, we got lots of obsolete infantry vehicles and stuff. Let's actually see if they're going to buy some of this stuff, shall we? Once we sign that non-aggression pact with them, they kind of went... They go YOLO. They completely have gone crazy. I'll sell you some units here. First, air defense. I don't want to sell them the 300s or the Herculeses, because they're too good. We got a lot of SA-2s, but these Spags are definitely something I want to get rid of. So let's sell them a lot of older stuff here. If I'm not mistaken, we actually have already replaced this with something else. I think we replaced this with missiles? Or was it that we replaced it with the... Oh, we replaced it with these ones here. The WZ551s. Okay. So all these guys are officially on the chopping block here, because they're all been replaced. And we're never going to deploy them, so we might as well sell them. It's kind of funny, you know, you build up a bunch of stuff, you use them during war and all that stuff, and, you know, someone else goes to war and you're like, you know what, I probably sell this shit pretty well at a good price. Well, you look, right, they got $5.8 billion available. That's enough. Our anti-air. Let's try to see if we can sell them some of these mortars. I hate these mortars. These mortars were completely useless to us. Okay, so they're going to offer us that much. Okay, just so we know. I mean, that's it's not about the money, it's about the fact that we're actually kind of reducing our stocks a little bit and getting rid of a lot of the shit we don't need. Well, actually, they're going to probably go to war with Iraq soon, so... We have so many of these goddamn things. Oh my god, how many of these did I build? These Topol missiles we want to keep for now. They're going to be one of our primary weapon systems. These MLRSs are useless. They're... Oh, I can't even remember how old these things are. I think we built these like during the Cold War still. Well, technically we're still in the Cold War, but... Then we built way too many of these things. So let's try and sell a whole bunch. Here. Oh, fucking... Oh, I gotta charge my... You're hearing a little noise here? Yeah, that noise. And this one. Just charging up my phone. Just charging up my phone. Oh, perfect. We actually didn't have as many as I thought we did. We probably sold a bunch, that's why. These are our brand new artillery. We want to keep them. Those are the ones with the stupid, stupid ranges. I love them. And I mean stupid in a positive sense. We're pretty much going to remove the majority of our artillery here. Like I said, we've got way, way, way too much artillery when it comes to these mortars. Like, with the current merchant, the merchant system, it's probably going to hurt a little bit for their... Wow, we got a lot. Well, anti-tank. These ones, the 531As and the 531, I think it's the Bs we want to keep. It's these 1940. Oh my god. We have ISU 122s. These are Russian kind of late World War II model assault guns. That's insane. That's what that is. That is completely and utterly insane. I didn't think we had any of these left. No. I don't know if they have the population for this, to be 100% honest with you. Do we have any old... the Z... No, these ones are really good. The Z2 Z80s are really good tanks. These light amphibious tanks, though. Yeah. We're using them up for mostly our attack with Taiwan and things like that, so we're not too worried about amphibious attacks anymore at this point. But I know for a fact there's probably the odd like Pershing or something mixed in here with all the stuff we got. These amphibious tanks are good for basically just using up when we go to do our advancements. Of course, I just made up a word right there. Advancements. Our only problem is we don't have enough of our main MBTs to really do anything, so this was our main battle tank for the longest time. It basically is a BMP with a gun on it. Like, even when you look at the picture, it's basically a BMP. That's enough for now. Recon, we got the Ravens. 31 kilometers versus 35 kilometers. So the Ravens here are all going. Come on. Now, what was better, the Wolfhound or the WZs? The WZs. And I just gave them a WZ, son of a bitch. Ah, well. One good one in there is not a big deal. We don't have that much in relation to recon, so we're not going to give them too much. That should be enough there. Now, light infantry. This is where we're going to get into a bit of a... That's air parachute. That's parachute light infantry. We want to keep that. We don't have much of them anyways. Now these ones... I mean, they're good, but they're not parachutes. I think that's our special forces. Yeah, we're keeping them. Nope, we're not actually going to do anything with infantry. Let's go some aircraft, interceptors. Let's get you some of those. Oh, you have some transports, huh? Nah, I don't want to. I'm going to give you a lot of these interceptors, though. We're in the process of updating and modernizing our Air Force anyways, and these J7s are going to be replaced. They're basically MiG-21s, is what they are. We're going to keep 10 of them, sell maybe later. Tactical bombers, the Thunder Chiefs, I think were replaced by the... No, we don't have any replacements for them. Never mind. Multi-role. The flanker is... We're keeping the flankers no matter what. Oh, that's where the Crusader is. Wait, so what's better, the Crusader or the flanker? You're 16 and 16, but 51 and 8. Alright, so the Crusader's good at hitting ground targets, but sucks at air-to-air combat. Well, the flanker is good for air-to-air combat, but sucks for ground targets. And the Demon's being replaced by the Crusader. And I think we have a Navy flanker in our research that's going to be replacing the current K flanker anyways, so we're going to get rid of these Demons. Because the Demon's being phased out by the Crusader anyways. Very good there. Strategic bombers. Unless we have anything other than the B-52. Yeah, we don't have any Gs yet. We only got Ds. Constellations, I really don't want to give them... I'll give them 3. Transport aircraft, we want to keep the we want to keep pretty much our Stratotankers good to go. And I want to keep my Starlifters, so I'll give them 2 Stratotankers. You know what, we'll give them 4. And I'm keeping the Halos because those are for our special forces. Missiles... Give you all those. I'll give you 200 of those. I'll give you those ones. I'll give you those ones too. No, we want to keep those. I want to keep those. And I'm not giving you nuclear weapons. I'm not a retard. Alright. So the best you're going to give me is $1.4 billion. It's $39 billion worth of weapons I'm giving them. But I don't care. I'm just going to supply them weapons in this case. Basically, I'm going to give them a weapon supplier. Take a sip of my coffee. There we go. They should be fighting in this area soon. Unless they're crazy and come up with a peace treaty with these guys. No, let's go to fast here. And I think... Yep, Syria agreed to our peace treaty, or to our sales. They're flying aircraft. So some of the aircraft we gave them, they're flying it across the ocean. Because they're stupid. And they're just going to crash. All those warships are... So pretty much all the aircraft we gave them. Wow, that's a lot of mortars over there. Jesus. And I'm not planning on going to war with anybody over the next little bit because I found out that taking over India ended up really fucking over the country economically. So that's not going to happen. What we're going to do is we're just going to get the war over here done real fast. Yep, here goes our daily freeze. Come on. Now I'm going to leave these 3 units along the road there. Move these guys up that way too. These guys are going to push down towards this anti-aircraft equipment. You want to buy timber? Sure. Take a little while for their weapons to get out of the country. Make sure we cut off anything. We're good to go. These guys are going to come back down this way. These guys are going to come down here and join this group over here. You capture that. One of you capture that. Wait till those go away. The rest of you, please head south. And actually, those guys are going to stay on the border. These guys are just going to keep pushing. And the Turkish Straits are gone officially as of now. Syria is pretty much doing the way it was during the live stream, which was YOLO mode to the extreme. We're just going to slowly and surely move up little by little. And that would be Syria. Yep. They're going to war with Iran. Wait, Iran? Why do you go to war with Iraq first? That was a little weird. But hey, what are you going to do? Right, we're going to hold up a little bit. We have that, so we're going to move up there. We're going to keep moving down this way at least because we have the supply for it. I'm going to keep telling these guys to move up. A lot of consumer goods and things like that, so we're going to sell. At the end of July, we're going to... Okay. We're going to look at stuff here and see where we're sitting. This anti-tank unit is just going to go there. This infantry unit is going to go there. Those 2 groups of special forces. I want them to go back to the special forces headquarters, which is right here, right? Yep. In the meantime, how's your war with Iran going? Oh, shit, that's all. I'm actually impressed. They've actually been able to push in a little bit. They still have a lot of artillery and mortars in our territory, but those will go... Let's pause real quick here. Let's look. Yeah, so they're slowly moving things out of the country. No, they're not moving that shit out of the country yet. Look, they have a lot of armor and stuff right here. So, surprised they're not moving. Then again, if they go to war with India and take India, all these units are just going to come immediately south. That's the end of this episode. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.